Hi, this is Matt Giannoni, and welcome to another edition of The Good and the Bad and the Disappointing. This week was extremely tough for me. I honestly could not find horrible books this week, at least out of the ones I bought. They were, for the most part, decent. On one hand, maybe I can argue it wouldn't have been that good, but it really wouldn't merit a bad or a disappointing. On the other hand, the good. I found three books. I think each one of these books is really deserving of the good title. I can't figure out which one it is. So I'm going to call this the Triple Crown Victory Week. And I'm going to give you three over the top solid books that I truly enjoyed. And we're going to start it off with Justice League number 37. This is the continuation of the Amasmo virus. Now, the art is spectacular in this issue. The virus is just like this insanity that's just like mutating. And it's like he sees a superhero exhibit a power and then he mimics it immediately. Like, for an example, he saw Superman's eyes glow red. Now he has heat vision. He saw Superman hover. And as you saw, he's got wings. And this was, I mean, I would love to have this page. These two pages. This is just freaking awesome. Now, the battle between the three here was good. It gets better later on with the addition of Wonder Woman. Now, while person could argue, well, the fight was short, it really didn't do much. That's fine. But there are a couple of key elements to this story that really outshined it. One, you have Lex. Lex is lying, and it leaves you with a cliffhanger with the fate of Lex Luthor. Now, I think we all know what the fate is, in the sense that nothing bad's ever going to happen to him. But, if you suspend that belief for 1 second, that was a killer moment in this book. Then, at the end of this story, again, it was another one of those crap is going to hit the fan. Things are not going to be good, and it's almost at its bleakest right now. But again, we all know that everything will be okay in the long run. They'll devise a cure and save everybody because that's what they do. They're superheroes. But again, suspending that belief, this was a killer story. Now, next up was Batman 37. Now, I was reading this story and I was like, okay, it's just a Joker. Yeah, we've kind of seen this story before. Virus, is let loose among the city and the people are going nuts. Okay, they can't find a cure now, but, right? And then this happens here. You see Commissioner Gordon at his house. He's talking to Batman. You have this moment here where you have somebody creeping in through the window. And that's just like a creepy look and expression right there. Because then that started the tone of what was to come. Then what happens is Commissioner Gordon's going through some files on the computers, looking through some pictures, and then he notices something. In the background of very tragic events that occurred, the Joker's there. And he's in, you just see little tiny pieces of him. And this part was the creepiest thing. And it escalates from this moment on. And this really, for me, set this book and the Joker to, another dimensional level. Because this is, sick, it's twisted, it's creepy, it's everything combined. And then you learn the big thing at the end with the Joker and Batman, and then this again is setting the story into a fantastic location. I really can't argue with it. There are certain parts of it which, again, I say, yeah, we've seen it before, but that being said, there's so much new that's added to this that I can forgive that, and it really makes the story shine. Capullo's art is fantastic. He really makes the Joker look twisted and evil. And this really is one of those, a 10 out of 10 books. This one you can argue, I wouldn't say it's a 10 out of 10, but at least a 9 out of 10. And then there is Captain America #2. You have Stuart Immonen's artwork, which is fantastic. You have this Captain Falcon Cap and Nomad fighting a whole bunch of supervillains, trying to save this boy. You have Falcon Cap actually doing pretty well for himself. Again, artwork is stellar. And then you have like the turning point to this book. And what I know that you can argue that yes, they've copying the Secret Invasion storyline, but they're also kind of keeping it in line with what's going on with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. in that we find out that Hydra has infiltrated everything. There's a member of Hydra on every superhero team. Everything's been compromised. Baron Zemo's plan is so dastardly evil that I have to applaud Remender for what he thought of, because it is fantastic. Then at the very end, I'm already at a high in this book, going, wow, this is just fantastic. And then we get to the end, and then I'm like, holy crap. And again, I'm suspending belief, and I realize that that everything will be all right in the long run because it is a comic book and all. But if you push that aside for a minute and take what happened at face value, phenomenal storytelling. This is what I'm really looking for in comics. This type of storyline. I'm looking for this kind of a story where it's, they're just doing such interesting things. It's not, they take something familiar and then they twist it and turn it into something different and unique. And I wish more books would do stuff like this. And I'm really looking forward to seeing what they're going to do with this Hydra infiltration, because I guarantee you this Hydra infiltration is going to be bigger than Secret Invasion. They're not going to have this small window to push everything through. It's going to, and keep in mind, with Secret Invasion, oh my goodness, Hank Pym was a Skrull. Here comes the real one. Everybody's happy now. This is a superhero that got flipped and turned into evil. So what do you do now? Do you accept that hero back into the fold? It's a whole different twist, and it's going to provide interesting storylines down the road, and this is going to be a long-term story. The Hydra AIM thing, Marvel's been working this angle for a long time, and I'm really glad to see this really coming out strong, because, man, Zemo, he's the man this time. Anyways, these are my 3 good books of the week. My Triple Threat Diamond Platinum collection. Anyways, if you have any comments or questions, let me know. Like, share. Let me know what your good, your bad, or your disappointings were. Or were you like me and you came in and find anything bad? But I have a feeling some of you guys buy bad books. Just like, I buy my bad books too. So I am at fault. But I threw my bad back to the pile this week. Anyways, Facebook, Crunchyroll Anime Reviews. I'll have more stuff later. So until next week.